Energy vampirism. Something I've seen talked about a little bit, but I'm going to take it to a much darker place. So, some energy vampirism books are just talking about the relationship between a narcissist and an empath, and how the narcissist can essentially, like an energy sucking vampire, suck the life force right out of the empath, essentially by triggering them emotionally. Now, I think this can get much darker, especially if we look at stuff like torture, people who take joy in the torture of others. Um, I think that can get as dark as serial killers and why maybe they continue to do what they do. The energy they're sucking from their victims in their final moments as they scream for help. And then I start to think about a quote from Masonry, which is when the Mason learns the true art of his craft, the seething energies of Lucifer are at his hands. And I got to thinking about sucking life force, sucking energy, um, mass murder, the harvesting of souls. And I started thinking about the individuality of these individual souls that are being harvested through these evil means. So if you have, I'll use anime as an example, if you have a show where there is a village suffering under the rule of a bad guy, so One Piece very early on, Luffy comes to a village, the village is essentially has a tyrant in the form of Axe Hand Morgan. Luffy eventually takes out Axe Hand Morgan. Now, in this example, Axe Hand Morgan was the energy sucking vampire. He was sucking the life force right out of the citizens of Orangetown. I don't think it's actually Orangetown. I forget which place Axe Hand Morgan was at. But either way, he was sucking the life force energy of the Marines. He was sucking the life force energy of the villagers by just being a narcissistic piece of shit. Now, that life force energy, the seething energies of Lucifer, have individual wants and wills. While you might be forcefully harvesting them for your own good, eventually someone's going to come along who understands, whether it be consciously or subconsciously, the art of masonry, the art of hearing the call of those souls and being able to do something about it. All of that energy that's being used for these corrupt, evil things against these people's wills, they're just waiting for someone to come along who can capture that energy and give it a container and push it in the direction of their victory. Because the people suffering don't know how to put their own energy into their own vessel, into their own container to stand up against the tyrant, or they already would. And so all of their energy is leaking out to the tyrant, and they're just waiting for someone who can come along, accept their energy, give it a vessel to defeat the tyrant. So when I hear the quote, the seething energies of Lucifer are at our hands, I truly believe it is a matter of all of the people suffering, all of the souls, all of the energetic, everything that is us when we are suffering and in need of help is used against us. It is used by the evil that is wanting to bring this out of us. They want us to suffer. They want to see us in pain. They want to see us begging for help, because that's what they thrive off of. And at the same time, this very energy is going to be what brings them down at the end of the day. Because when someone comes along that wants to use this energy for good, the energy itself wants to be used for good. And then evil will fail. That day will come.